Hello, welcome in, Original Soul, to this full moon in Cancer reading. Thought we'd pull a couple oracle cards, maybe add a little tarot to it, and just see what energy is available and prominent right now. I'm recording this during the full moon. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it or not. I was able to see the moon 2 nights ago, and it was super beautiful, close to that full moon. Just all that light. We had clear skies, so it was gorgeous. All right, I hope you're doing well. We're going to start out with this Awakened Souls deck and just get a vibe here on overall or most prominent energy. One more shuffle here. All right, this came out recently, healing. All right, so healing energy available, and Cancer energy is, or can be nurturing, can be about emotions. It's related to the 4th house, which can be about mother and home. So maybe there is some healing around, I don't know, anything related to your heart space, maybe even some sort of secrets or just things that have been put away. Just picking up on how she's really focused on that teal box. So maybe there is something that you sort of packed away or compartmentalized, that you haven't wanted to deal with or haven't wanted to address, but it might be time to nurture that and bring some healing to whatever that situation is. All right, let's see here. We'll get a card out of Moonology to add to it. Right, and there's no specific way to go through healing. It's not always a direct process, right? Sometimes things you thought you were over come back up as well. So maybe this is something from the past that you felt like you had dealt with or handled or were over, and some things could be bubbling back up to the surface. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been having a lot of dreams in the recent 2 months of just people from my past, some that I haven't even thought about for a while, or even some situations like I thought I was sort of over that, and then things are coming back up in my dreams and being brought back to my attention. So I don't know if that's happening for you as well. But out of Moonology, communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Right, so you could feel one way about it or thought you felt one way about it, and then suddenly some other sort of feelings or emotions are coming up. Right, since we've got the twins here, right, there's sort of 2 sides to it, or more faces to your feelings than you maybe thought. But communication is going to be important here, whether that's something that you need to communicate with somebody else, or maybe someone is communicating with you. Or maybe this is you communicating with your spirit team or communicating with yourself. Right? And when you go through communication with yourself, it's not always a verbal expression. That could mean slowing down and tapping in to allow maybe your body to communicate with you, or for your heart space to get a message across. But that can be really difficult to hear or understand if there's a lot of distraction, busyness, whether that's, distraction you create yourself or just the way life is at the moment. Right, so definitely taking time to slow down and get into stillness, even if it's uncomfortable. If it feels uncomfortable, that might be a sign for you that there is something that's being suppressed or pushed down. All right, so let's get a few tarot cards here. Something flip? No. Okay. Around healing. Let's see what we've got here. So 3 of Pentacles. This could be about collaboration and teamwork. Maybe that's something that's been challenging for you in the past, whether this is work situations and maybe things just keep, not working out, or you struggle with maybe teamwork or working with teammates, or just have not had the best go of that. Or for others, this could just be about working with others in terms of friendship or partnership, because we've also got the Hierophant out here. So that could be about committed partnership. Maybe for some of you, there has been, like if this is a marriage, maybe there was some cheating involved, or, cheating doesn't even always have to be, maybe with another person. You could be with somebody who, instead of spending time with the family, they're working all the time and just always focusing on their job or career, or, they always have something to do that's distracting them. Or this could be you, flip it if that makes sense. It could be another person. Like I said, if you're married, maybe you or your partner has had some relationships on the side or in the background. For some, gambling is coming to mind as well. So just, something that takes the attention away from the relationship or the partnership. Yeah, and it seems like you've really been wanting or looking for more love. You want, look at all those love heart bubbles bubbling up there out of that cup. But there's sharks swimming down there in the water. So, there could have been experiences that you've gone through where it's made it hard for you to even trust partnerships or trust people, especially when it comes to love, right? You could feel like that is dangerous for you to do, or like you're waiting for a shoe to drop, right? Or the sharks are waiting for you in the water, like, that's just maybe hard for you to sort of surrender, or, like I said, trust, if this is maybe a new person coming into your realm. So that's where healing really can be helpful here. And it seems like this is definitely focused around the heart space, and definitely how you've been treated or received in situations, and maybe even how you're acting when you feel maybe even overwhelmed by love, right? Maybe that's when you kind of dip out and distract yourself and get away. So definitely get into some stillness and start to let, if it's a specific situation, or just in general, your heart energy come up to the surface. So get in stillness, like we see this sort of meditation here on the Hierophant, whether you do that yourself or maybe there's a guided meditation that can help you get into that, right? So you can let your heart energy bubble up to the surface, and start to move through whatever that either pain or mistrust or issues may be. All right, so let's get some with the communication is key card here. But definitely self-care and nurturing is important. We've got the Fool and the King of Swords with communication is key. All right, so for some of you, this is starting over. You could even be, if you're married, asking for a divorce or a separation, or finally sharing your feelings and detaching a little bit more. For others of you, if you do have some sort of new person or even opportunity in your life, you could be really excited about that opportunity. kind of really pumped up about it and ready to go. But then there could be this level of detachment and needing to be a little bit more clear. So with communication, like I said, maybe that's something where you haven't been able to communicate your needs or your wants in the past, for whatever reason that may be. And that's where that healing comes in. But now, you're really stepping into more of your power with your words, with your communication. I think both of these cards are associated with Aquarius energy too. So being more authentic with the way you speak and what you communicate, and what you ask for, right? And that's going to be more successful for you, and bring you a little bit more kind of momentum in whatever your situation is. And it's going to bring more peace to you as well. So instead of kind of keeping things in and not telling somebody how you feel or what you think, you're going to find more freedom when you're able to start to do that. We've got the Seven of Pentacles here, so you may have some choices coming up or decisions to make, especially when it comes to how or who you invest your time and energy into. You may be thinking a little bit about what I've done in the past or how I've acted in the past, how I've spent my energy, right? Is this sort of ripening fruits and bringing in abundance, or is this something that has really kind of taken away from your energy or withered away a little bit? Yeah, and then with the Queen of Cups here, right, that's all about nurturing your heart space. See, this is Cancer energy with the Queen of Cups, so we're doing this about the new moon in Cancer. So everything I said at the beginning about mother energy, right? She looks like she's pregnant here. Yeah, cleaning up sort of the the disappointment and the hurt, and even getting a little bit more playful. Maybe there's some sort of water ritual that you do, or the next time you take a shower, maybe you really just imagine being cleansed and purified and cleared from whatever this distraction energy was and the disappointment from the past, to allow yourself to be more abundance and maybe to kind of birth a new self in a way. Being more clear, being more concise, more authentic, and moving with your heart space. And then the last card here, we've got the World. Like I had mentioned, that'll let you feel more free. I love the image on this card. Right? Definitely feeling more free and putting that cycle to an end. All right, let's see here. And for any of you, I've seen this card so many times. If you've got sort of a question in your mind, depends how you phrase it, right? But I've been seeing this no card a lot when I've been shuffling this angel deck here. So let's get an angel card out of this Angel Guide Oracle to close it out here. Full moon in Cancer is bringing in an opportunity for healing, for nurturing your heart space, for moving past whatever blockages have been holding you back and restricting your heart, and making communication a priority, whatever that means for you. There's that no card again. All right, let's see here. What do we get? All right, divine timing with sacred plan at the bottom. All right, so now it may be your time. Things may be shifting for you here. Maybe you've had to be really patient about something. Also seeing 1111 on this card, so you may see that number, or just know that that's a synchronicity or a sign for you that you are on the right path. right? But divine timing is at play. There is a sacred plan. So now is a good time to focus on your heart space, focus on your healing, allow yourself to be more communicative, right? And let divine timing, right, help out your situation, show up for you, right? And that can happen once you surrender a little bit more and take out some of this restriction and just allow yourself to be more nurtured and more free. Okay, so that is what we've got here for the full moon in Cancer. I hope there was something helpful here for you in this reading. If there was, I would love to hear about it. You could leave me a comment or a like, let me know. Love to communicate. But yeah, that's what we've got for this reading. And until next time, peace.